Oh, I'm just talking away. Maybe y'all couldn't hear me. Hey, I'm Arlissa, and I'm here for Market Mondays. We'll start again. Market Mondays. We're talking about some option selling trades, some potentials. I want us to look back at last week to see what did our trades do from last week. Let me share my screen. What did our trades do from last week that we had set up? We were doing some covered calls last week, and I want us to go back and review those. Everybody should be able to see now. I can see clearly now. Okay, let's go over here. I'll put it over here that way I can still see what's happening. Um, that needs to be a little, there we go. I can still see what's happening there. Alrighty, but I am sharing my main screen. This is Thinkorswim. I am a fan of Thinkorswim, by the way. It works out really good. Let's look. Last week we decided to close off our ETNB. We decided to close the ETNB trade, but we left AMC going. Oh, we left. Actually, I think I put a close order in for AMC. So the covered call is done. Maybe we can enter the covered call again. Let's do each one at a time. So AMC, this covered call expired. Or did I close it? I think I closed it because we had the expiration would have been this Friday. So I closed it once it got halfway there. I try to close them about 50% profit. I'll close them. That's kind of general, right? So let's look and see first at what we could do. This is AMC. We now own 100 shares. So I want to do a covered call on that. Let's go ahead and run that. We're also going to use AMC for our. We're also going to use AMC for our. Oh, that's going to take AMC for our selling puts. So we're gonna come back and visit AMC again. Okay. So we're looking at AMC. We want to do a covered call. It has to be on the single chain when you're doing a covered call. Remember, covering, you want to cover something over the top, which means you are going to a strike higher than the current price. Current price is right now $4.55. If we go to the 5 strike, right now, or when market closed, because it's after the market now, when market closed, it was only paying out $5 in premiums, and you're going to pay 2 of that in fees, 2 and some change in fees. So let's go to the next date. We can go to April the 6th. It would pay us $13. Remember, as a seller, you go down the bid column. 5 is our strike. We go over to the bid column here. If we want April the 6th, if we want to go one more week, see what the 14th holds, we can go to the 14th of April and then collect $23. As sellers, I'm fine with doing closer, or you can do like one more week in this case and then close it when you get to about 50% in profit. So I think I'm going to go with April the 6th though, which means we're going to select this. It would be bid 5 strike. We only need one of these. It automatically fills in the simulated account or the paper account. It automatically fills in. We only need one. I'm going to put GTC because we're after the market. So this is a pre-staged order basically. And I'll set it up to be picked up in the morning when the market opens. Alrighty. That was us looking at the AMC trade and resetting this covered call for another week. This XPX trade is something different. So we're not going to talk about that one right now. Let's move on to talk about selling puts. When you're selling puts, you basically are thinking that you want to sell below the price. Either you're selecting a strike that is at a price where you would like to own the shares. So if, like in this case, AMC is currently at $4.55, you can say, I want to sell a put at $4, which says I'm okay with paying $4 for these shares, for 100 shares, $4 a piece for 100 shares. Or you can pick whichever price you are okay with paying. In this case, AMC doesn't give you a whole lot of room, But let's say it was $100 stock and you were okay with paying $90 for it or $95 for it, then you can pick close to at the money. That way you get higher premiums, or you can select the strike where you're okay buying the stock. Okay. We're looking at AMC, thinking about cash secure puts again, or selling puts, it's called. I'm going to look at the trade. Let's just go out 1 week in this case. If we were looking at April 31st, which is going to be this Friday, right? If we were looking at the four strike is only paying $5. Again, not really worth it to leverage your $400 of capital, because that's the other piece. When you are selling a put, the broker is going to block off, or like, hold as collateral this strike price times 100 shares. So the broker is going to hold $400 until this trade is turned off. And the reason they're holding $400 is in case the price does come down below 4, then at expiration, they can just go ahead and buy the shares. They're blocking off the money ahead of time. All right. So if you go to April the 6th and we want to sell a put, which means we're okay with buying it at 4 if we want, or we're just doing this for the money, because you do it for shares or for the income of the premiums, which we're doing it for income. We're going down. If we pick 4.5, if we believed it was going to stay above 4.5, we can go with the 4.5 strike and collect $38. Much closer, much closer. So let's go with the 4 strike. I like that. That's only going to require $400 in collateral from us. We're taking making this only one contract. If you want to do more, you'd have to change it over here in the number of contracts area. We're going to collect $17 when we enter this trade. The broker is going to automatically give us $17 when we enter this trade. All right, I looked at AMC. I saw some that were super cheap. Sometimes people are wanting to build up a small account. Fubo TV, building up a real small account. Selling puts is a good way to do that, because on a weekly basis, you're just collecting, your premiums and growing your money week after week. Again, you wait 50% profit, you can close it off, enter again if you'd like, or go on to another stock. If we're looking, the current price of Fubo is 110, right? So underneath this, the 1 strike is going to be the lower. You can go to 0.5 strike. I would think not, but the 1 strike is going to pay you $2. Again, not worth it. Not worth it. April the 6th, the 1 strike is going to pay you $7 still. I don't really like that very much. If I'm going to put my money on the line, 1 strike for April the 21st is a $12. That's fine. That means if I'm going to leverage my $100, the broker is going to pay me 12. That's like a 12% return on my money. So 12% return on your money in a month, but 12% per month is still better than the bank. It's better than the bank. Okay. People think, oh, that's only $12. Well, $12 will buy you some McDonald's. $12 will buy McDonald's. Let's make sure that we only do one. Doing Fubo, 21st of April. We're selling a put, collecting $12. I'm changing it to good to cancel. So when the market opens tomorrow, it'll be ready to capture our order and fill our order. Like I said, Fubo is one of the less expensive ones, right? $1 is the shares. Now, anytime something is that inexpensive, sometimes you can have a lot of volatility. So you want to be mindful of that. I moved us to SI, which is Silvergate Capital Corporation. Talking about a bank. You got to be careful with the banks, but I think it's good because they're paying decent premiums right now. So the current price is $1.97, right? If we wanted to do a 1.5 strike, we could collect $10 in premiums. Or if you felt like Silvergate was going to go up past 2, you could also do what's called an offensive move, with speculating that it's going to be above 2 at expiration by this Friday, and then collect $30. Look at that, $30 you can collect for letting the broker hold 200 of your dollars. Letting the broker hold 200 of your dollars, you can collect 30. That's a 15% return. Yeah, you can do a 2, right? Let's do that. I like that plan. We could also go another week, but I'm going to show you. Let's do another. If we went out one more week, oh, if we went out to 2 for April the 16th, we can collect $45. I like that even better. 2 weeks of letting the broker hold our $200. Basically, we're going to get 25% return on our money. Yupper. Okay, so we're selecting April the 6th, looking at 2 strike, which is a few pennies above where it currently is right now. We're selling a put for April the 6th, collecting $45 in premiums. That is a good return on your money. Now, of course, the drawback to selling puts is you really want price to go up. If price comes down into your strike and expires down there, then you're going to still be forced to buy 100 shares at the $2 price, $2 per share. So the $200 that you have set, you're going to be, if the broker assigns you those shares, you're going to buy them at $2 a share. So like I said, you watch 50% of the profit and you can go ahead and close it. You can also close these cash secure puts anytime you want to. You can close. You don't have to accept the shares. If the price starts to come down and it goes down further and you don't want to buy the shares, just close the trade. You can close it you buy the close, you close it with money. That's how that goes. You don't have to, just sit around and let the trade go to nothing. You can go ahead and close it. Let's go with something a little more expensive. How about Mara? Anybody like Mara? Mara is the Bitcoin people. I think they're the blockchain and stuff. I think that's what Mara is. Oh, where'd you go? I didn't want you there. Hey, you there. Okay, looking at Mara, looking at it again for the week, the current price of Mara is $7.11. So if you were going to do a 7 strike on the put side, remember we're selling put, so we're on the put side, and we're sellers, so we're bid 7, which means you're going to allow the broker to block or to reserve. I like reserve better than I do block. To reserve $38 of your capital, your buying power. It's about a 5% return on your money. If you do that, you can go down lower, or you can go out again another week. You can go out to the 7 strike on the 6th of April, the 7 strike on the 14th of April is paying $76. Ooh, that's about 10% return. I think I like that one. I think if they're going to hold my money, half of 76 is going to be better than half of 38. So I went to April the 14th, 7 strike. We're selecting the bid. I'm going to sell 1 put here. Mara, 14th of April. We're collecting $76. So the broker is taking $700 minus the $76. So the broker is going to reserve 624 of my dollars while this trade is going on. While this trade is running, I'm putting it on GTC so we can capture it. We can pick it up in the morning when the market opens. I don't know if anybody's making comments. I can't see them. Okay, I got one last one to do. When I unshare, I'll be able to see all the comments. Let's do Zim. Has anybody been watching Zim? Zim is the stock that people more recently have been very interested in because they paid they are paying a really big amount on their dividends. They're paying like $6 in dividends per share on a $22 stock. So they've gotten a little bit of interest here recently after that. So now the 22 strike though is $2,200 if you're going to sell it put at 22. If you're going to do 21, that's a $2,100 of brokerage money. And your broker's going to reserve, or the 20 strike is $2,000, all up into what you want to do. If you're doing 22, believe it's going to stay above there, then you can collect $45 there. But if you go out another week, let's say, looking at the 22 strike, ooh, that says $530. That's a lot. Let's see what happened back here. 22 here, you collected $45. A week from now, you can collect $530. No reason to get no problem there. $500 in premiums is 1/4 of this 22. 1/4 of that you're going to collect back immediately. When you sell a put, you collect this money immediately. So you reserve, or the broker reserves your 2,200, but they're going to give you 500 of that back. So you only really reserving $1,700. I think that works for me. I'm selecting that. Now, what you do for puts, what you decide you want to do for puts, this is like the beginning of the wheel, but there are people who use this as a whole strategy. They sell puts. If they end up getting put the shares into their account, then they do covered calls. They let the covered calls get called away, and then they just continue to go around the wheel with this. You sell puts, get the shares, sell covered calls, lose the shares, sell puts, get the shares, sell covered calls, lose the shares. That's how it goes. Round and round and round we go in the wheel. And while you're going all this, you are just collecting money because you're a seller. We're sellers. Sellers always win, by the way. In case nobody told you, the sellers always come out ahead. When you're selling, you don't care that price moves up or down. As long as it doesn't come down past your strike at expiration, you're in good shape. That's how you win these trades. The price is above your strike at expiration. All righty, let's confirm and send. Confirm and send. All right, that's going to wait till tomorrow to pick up as well. What I wanted to share with you too is that as we're doing, these different strategies on a week-to-week basis, let me turn on my other little ticker thing here, my show. We are having the Options 411 Boot Camp, April 12th and 13th, right? Where we will go more in depth with how to trade options, how to sell options, especially if you're a beginner. A lot of people are interested in learning options, think it may be too much for them to do, but it's really not. It's not any more difficult than learning anything else. It really just takes you deciding and then putting in some of the seat time. Seat time. You got to put in seat time. This ain't something that you can necessarily learn on the fly. You have to put in some seat time. But I'm here to help. We have a whole crew of people who are here to support you. If you want to join the Options 411 Bootcamp, you can go to my website, educatortotrader.com, to register. Also, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the Facebook channel. We like it. And we want you all to continue to come and hang out with us over there. All righty. Later this week, I'll come back and I will update us on these trades and tell you how it all went. All righty. You can also join my Facebook group, Educator to Trader. Find me there. Find me on Instagram. Find me on TikTok. I'm all over the place, Educator to Trader. All righty. Well, I guess that covers everything I wanted to say. Yes. All righty, you all. I don't think I had any comments. If I did, hey, see some comments. Jamie, nobody is making comments. Zim, I hope they're legit and consistent. I really hope they're legit and consistent too. We just gonna continue to do what we do. Okay. All righty. Thanks for joining me, Jamie. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.